What's going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys my top 5 bourbons for beginner bourbon drinkers. Let's get right on into it. So we're getting into fall, and fall is bourbon season. Fall brings beautiful, beautiful bottles of bourbon that are going to be coming out here soon. And what that also brings is new beginner bourbon drinkers. So these 5 bourbons are ones that you beginner bourbon drinkers can go out and find pretty much anywhere to start your collection, to build yourself up to finding those allocated bottles one day. So without further ado, let's get into the top 5. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know that we're super close to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys are dropping likes, comments, and subscribing if you're new for that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We're doing 2 ounces of Eagle Rare Blanton's Weller Special Reserve and Wild Turkey Rare Breed. So make sure you guys are dropping to subscribe. But let's get into bottle number 1. Bottle number 1 is going to go to Larceny Small Batch. Now this bad boy sits at 92 proof and it is a wheated bourbon. I feel that wheated bourbons are awesome bourbons to get yourself started on something that is light, easy to drink, not hot, and has beautiful, beautiful flavors. This guy right here, super sweet on the palate, super, super beautiful on the nose. You're gonna get some really, really nice vanillas, a lot of caramel. You're gonna get this like nice oatiness to it, and it is just fantastic, in my opinion, to start your collection as a brand new bourbon drinker. Bottle number 2 that I believe that all beginner bourbon drinkers should get is a bottle of Old Forester 1910 Old Fine Whiskey. This is a finished toasted barrel bourbon that sits right at that 93 proof, and this right here you cannot go wrong with. I had a pour of this last night and it is an absolute dime. It is a perfect bottle to have on your bar. It is delicious. You're going to get some beautiful marshmallows, a beautiful dark chocolate note, and on the nose it's just going to hit you with a whole lot of toastiness. It's going to smell like toasted bread. It's going to smell like dark chocolate. This bottle right here is a go-to for me. This should be a go-to for you beginner bourbon drinkers. Bottle number 3 is the one that I'm sipping on right now, and that is going to be Maker's Mark 46. Now, this is another wheated bourbon, but this is finished in French oak staves. This is a go-to for me. I'm not a big fan of Maker's Mark Original, but this Maker's Mark finished in French oak staves, the Maker's Mark 46, is a absolute staple in my collection. Makes fantastic cocktails, and sipping it neat, can't go wrong. Bottle number 4, I feel that all you beginner bourbon drinkers should have on your shelf. It's going to be something a little bit different. Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. Now this is a bonded whiskey sitting at right at that 100 proof because it is bottled in bond, but this is a blend of bonded American malt, rye, and Tennessee whiskeys. I feel like everybody should have something that's a little bit different than a bourbon on their shelves. And this guy right here is sitting at $40 and 100 proof. Not a lot of burn, but it is absolutely fantastic. You're going to get a beautiful graham cracker. It's going to have a touch of banana, and the little bit of rye spice that you're going to get in this is just going to be absolutely fantastic. And bottle number 5 that I feel that every beginner bourbon drinker should have is something that is a little bit higher proof, something that you're going to want to step into once you enjoy those lower proofs, and something that's not going to break the bank. And that bottle is going to go to Old Granddad 114. This is becoming one of my absolute favorite bourbons. This is bottle number 2 that I have had on my shelf, and bottle number 1, in my opinion, makes fantastic cocktails. But sipping it neat, it breaks you into those higher rye content bourbons as well, but it also brings you into that higher proof bourbon life as well. In my opinion, this guy right here doesn't drink at that 114. It drinks right about like 105-ish in my opinion. Slight burn, but it's nothing that's going to knock your socks off. And I feel that every beginner bourbon drinker should have a little bit of Old Granddad on their shelf. So all you non-beginner bourbon drinkers out there who stuck through this video, let me know what your top 5 are that you think should be on beginner bourbon shelves. In my opinion, those 5 are something that should be. There are definitely a couple of outliers out there. If you can get your hands on Buffalo Trace, by all means, get that on your shelf. But I know a lot of guys can't. If you get your hands on Eagle Rare, by all means, go ahead and get your hands on one of those. There are a ton of bourbons out there that you can get on your shelves for low price, low proof, and that are fantastic. But those are my top 5. Until next time, guys, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.